Lee, Tim and Joel. On Nova.
Now, we want some flight attendants to call us, 13 24 10, to dish the dirt. We've had that done before. Some people have given us some pretty hectic news about passenger relations, also some hygiene things on board.
I did that thing the other day where my chair, the recline is sometimes a bit loose, and I didn't realise the second I sat down, or maybe I'm really fat, I reclined immediately into the person behind me, and I didn't realise until the end of the flight when they said, "Can you put your chair up, please?"
Oh, no.
And I have a very strict rule, no reclining on domestic flights unless it's a red eye from Perth.
Yeah, good call. But if
I
you're
think
up the
that's
front,
fair.
you can, because there's still heaps of room.
That's why row one's
wasn't
fun, because no one can recline on you.
I was not up the front.
What?
What, Joel?
Was there some kind of
wasn't.
mistake?
I thought you were in that club.
Yes, but it was you can't get up if business class is full. You can't actually just bump someone that's paid for a ticket.
Why not? You're in that club?
And
You should have just stayed in Sydney, I would.
Oh, my God. Joe, I've lost a lot of respect, actually.
they fussed over me.
Of course they did.
I was fast asleep.
Well, did they do this on you?
Oh, we've got Jack here.
Because I've just found out
Stay there, Jack.
that cabin crew sometimes, if there's a rude passenger, which I'm not saying that you would be, Joel, you're very polite.
No, I get up and have a chat with the gals in the galley.
Oh, like someone maybe who ask for different
some
menu item changes and things like that, like to their standard
No,
breakfast.
excuse me. I asked to make sure I don't die that there was an egg in the breakfast. I don't eat eggs.
Oh, let me just go and ask
breakfast on
Neil
planes.
Perry and see if we can make some
Stop.
changes.
Babe,
for you.
it's a powdered egg you're eating,
I didn't
guys, so
ask
don't
for-
worry.
I didn't ask for changes. I just wanted to know if it was an egg-based thing.
You did do it in a fun, I'm at a restaurant way, though.
No, I didn't.
The chef for a second.
No,
Oh, yeah, just get him.
I didn't. I said I just wanted to know if it was an egg-based breakfast.
Yeah.
Several flight attendants have revealed that if they have a rude passenger, their way of getting revenge on them is just farting on them. Which I just love so much.
How do you fart on someone without them knowing?
They get up to the locker.
Crop
So
dust,
say,
yeah.
so say,
Oh, yes, crop dust.
they crop dust. So this chair is the rude person. So they act like they've got to put something up in the overhead
Yeah.
locker,
Yeah.
and then they just let one rip on them, or they just walk past and then stop their little trolley. I just think that that's very game. You know,
Because you also you wouldn't think it's the flight attendant that's done the fart. You'd go,
course
who
not.
around me has done it? You would never expect the person in charge of the little nuts to fart.
But then also the confidence with which they do that, knowing they're not going to let out any noise.
I don't think, though, is it true? This could be a Mythbuster thing, but you can't really hear a fart on a plane. That's why it's so
I've heard that
foul
you can't.
up there.
Well, what they say is that the crew members typically avoid farting in the galley where the other crew kind of just hang out and spend their time. So they're
course.
being respectful of them. But they find that rude passenger, that person that wanted to have words with you, that the size of the water bottle wasn't enough, or it was an egg-based breakfast, something like that.
Because of the air pressure as well, it makes you a little bit extra gassy on the plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why the
Yeah.
person who opens the door first after an international flight, especially, apparently that's the most heinous smell known to man. There's a name for it, I think. Well, Jack, do you know the name of that smell? Because, Jack, you are a flight attendant. Firstly, before we get to your story, is there a name for that smell when the first person opens the door from the
ground side.
outside and smells that smell from a plane?
Putrid? I don't know.
Well, it says here that they call it the good old aluminium fart tube.
Yeah.
The good old.
What do you want to dish for us, Jack? What do you know from the skies?
Well, one of my favourite things to do, so it's a plethora of people that you get on board an aeroplane. So one of our favourite things to do is to walk through the cabin collecting people's rubbish, and you'll say, rubbish please, and then you'll look at someone who's really rude and you'll say, trash, trash. All you're asking for is their rubbish, but we know.
Yeah.
We
Now
know.
we know. All right. Thank you, Jack.
Brilliant.
Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel.